Welcome back to another video. It's Friday, and you know what that means?
It's time for Top Fuel Teachers. Hey, Chris, where's Aid gone?
Good question, Justin. Well, Adi is over there in the naughty corner. Because, yet again, he's bought another car. Unbelievable, I know. Why don't you come on over, Adi, and tell him what you've done. Well, explain to the class.
Yes, all right, done it again. I need to keep off Marketplace.
Well,
I need to.
Well.
Yeah.
We can look, but we don't need to buy.
Yeah, we can look. Yes, but yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we've purchased another car. Again, we've purchased it for parts initially. That's all I'm saying. We purchased it for parts initially.
Keyword initially.
Yeah. As you know, we never say no to nothing, especially buying cars. We never say no. We never put anything as an impossible. We like to do the impossible. We like to try and achieve things, wonderful things with the students. They absolutely love coming here, working here and helping us build our projects. It means so much to them. So what we try and do is we try and keep as many interesting things going as we can. They learn their course and their curriculum with it, and they get to build really exciting cars. So initially we have purchased this one for parts for an old project car that we've got. That's the initial reason we bought it. But like I said, nothing's ever off the books with us, so we're just going to see how things develop in other ways. But we will be bringing an old project back. You've seen it once on this channel. We will be bringing that back, that's for definite. Long overdue, but we're going to get that back, get it running one way or the other. Maybe not the way I just attended, but there. Anyway, enough of the waffle, right? I picked the car up at the weekend. So we're gonna zhoosh to the car now and see me driving it back at the weekend and chatting a bit about it. Then we'll go into the workshop, we'll have a little look around it and look underneath it. So check out our new car to the fleet. Yes. So yes, I've done it again. Got another car. It's for a reason. Actually drives right. It drives really nice. For a 23-year-old car, it drives really, really nice. There's a purpose and a reason for it. And like we've said, it's to bring back bring back another project into life, so to speak. We've bought this car for basically for parts, really, for another project that you have seen on the channel if you watch all of our videos. And this has got a lot of parts on it that we need for that project to get it up and running. And yeah, they're hard to find parts if you don't buy a donor car. So anyway, what it is we are sat in, well, I am sat in 2001 1.7 Ford Puma. And the reason we've got this is because we're going to be bringing back the Max Power Fiesta into the academy. We're going to transplant everything out of this into that to get the Max Power Fiesta running. So it's never been a running car since we picked it up a couple of 2-3 years ago. We did put a Puma engine in it, but unfortunately the wiring loom was absolutely butchered, so that was one thing we were missing. Been looking for looms, but you just can't find them separately. So yeah, we've bought the whole car. So I can't wait to get that Max Power Fiesta running and driving. I really can't. This, like I said, drives absolutely lovely at the moment for what it is. So what we're going to do, we're going to get it up on the ramp in the academy and have a quick look over it. And what we might do is we'll get all the bits off of this engine, loom and everything, maybe fuel, don't know what way the fuel tank is. Fuel tank fillers on that side on this, but I can't remember what side it's on the Fiesta. But we'll probably need a fuel pump in the Fiesta anyway, because it's been sat for so long. What we'll do, we'll strip this out of what we need, and then we'll put it back together. Because if it is good underneath and solid, what we're then going to do is take what we need from this, put it in a Fiesta, and then we're going to tuck this away in storage for a while. No, indefinitely for a while. And then the reason for that is we might look at keeping this one on the road as well. So if we take the engine out of this to put in the Fiesta, and we find another donor car later down the line or whatever, then we'll swap the engines back, because obviously if we do decide to keep this one on the road, then having the original engine in it, which you can tell by engine numbers, having the original engine in it will just make it a bit more genuine. So yeah, what we might do, rob this for all the bits we need, put it into storage, and then slowly try and get the bits that we need to get this back together. So they are getting rare, the Ford Pumas. They're not as rare as our Cougar that we've got, but you don't see that many of them. And for the Top Fuel Teachers fleet, I think that would be cool to have the Puma, the ST170 and the Cougar, all three of them cars sort of on our fleet, you know, not butchered, but just done as road going cars. So yeah, we might, originally I was going to scrap this once we've got the bits out of it that we need, but I don't think we're going to now. I don't think we're going to now. We're going to look, tuck it into storage, and then look at getting the other bits for it. The main thing is, oh, bump there. The main thing is get the Max Power Fiesta up and running, because that's the thing we really, really, really want to do. And that's the purpose of buying this car anyway. So yeah, we've got another car to the fleet, another classic, semi-classic, modern classic Ford. So we're gonna get in the academy very, very soon. It's getting dark now, so there's no point doing a walk around later. We'll get it into the academy, we'll get it up on the ramp, me and Chris will have a chat about it, show you it, and we'll go from there. So yeah, stay tuned, and it's back to the academy. So just here then we have our next car. We're gonna have a good look around it, talk about it. It's not too bad really. What do you think?
I like it. Like I say, it's not bad, it's not great, but the potential.
Yeah, there is potential. We're going to have a talk about it because there are some deeper plans in progress. So let's spin you around and have a look. So here it is. On the outside, you've seen the inside, or actually me on the inside anyway.
Ford's answer to the Tigra.
Yeah, it was. But it was better. I'd rather have one of these than the Tigra.
Puma over Tigra every day.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? These weren't quite, I shouldn't even say it really, but these weren't quite as girly as a Tigra.
No,
if you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean we've got a dent here. We've got some rust here, rust around that rear arch. Yeah, we got
Skipped over that.
a mirror missing there.
It's not missing,
Yeah.
it's in the boot.
Well, this is true. In bits, we got some rust there as well. Dent, scratch there. Little bit of a ding there. But, and it is filthy. It is filthy.
It's what, 23 years old though?
Yeah, it is 23 years old. But it's not bad. Overall, it's not bad. 110,000 miles, and it runs as sweet as a nut. So what we've done, what we're doing is the whole plan for this, like we said, is to get our Max Power Fiesta up and running as a car. That's why we've bought it. Now, these are getting rare, or sparse even. So we were going to take what we want off it, then scrap it. It might not happen. We're going to get it up on the ramp today and have a look underneath it, see how bad it is, whether it's solid or not. It only had one failure on its MOT history for rust, and that was the near side rear, which is probably seal. So that's not bad, but that was 8 years ago, that was. So yeah, what we're going to do is, main thing, this is what's known as the digital engine, not the analog engine. Analog engine had a speedo cable, digital engines had electronic speedo pickup. So this is a digital one. So we need to find in time another engine and loom, because we're going to take these out, put them in the Fiesta. Long-winded plans, but if we do find another one, we might pull the engine then out of the Fiesta and put it back in this, so this has still got the original engine in it. But long-term plans for this. Like I say, we're going to take what we need, get the Fiesta running, and then put this in storage. Long-term plans. Can you imagine this in this colour with the Ford Racing Puma arches and rear spoiler, and a little bit lower? Or actually a lot lower.
A lot lower.
Yeah, a lot lower. So can you imagine that? Now me and Chris have just been having a chat, and we think that would look really cool like that, don't we?
Absolutely.
So I know it'll take it a little bit away from the originality of it. It'd probably be worth more like this, well, restored like this. But we don't always do things by the book. And Ford Racing Puma, body kit, spoiler, lowered, nice wheels. I think that'd look cool. And it'd work in that colour. So that may be a long-term plan. We're going to hang on to it. As long as it's not falling to bits underneath, which we'll find out today when we get it up on the ramp, we're going to probably hang on to it. So that means pulling the engine, pulling the wiring loom out, which obviously all the interior's going to have to come out to do that, because we need the complete loom. And then put it back together as much as we can, and then we'll tuck it away in storage. I mean, inside, it's not bad. The seats aren't bad, but it is quite dirty. It's a bit grubby all inside. I didn't even look at the rear seats, I don't think. Yeah, it's got them. It's a bit dark in there though. But yeah, in the boot we got half a ton of hardcore in the boot, and some spares. I think them struts are getting a bit weak, which is probably why this is not connected to it.
They just won't be sticking head under.
Yeah, that's meant to be hooked up on here, and it's probably just tips the weight over a bit too much for the tailgate. We got a spare rear shock in the boot, our 3-piece mirror in the boot. As you can see, it's needs a good clear up and tidy up. There's the corrosion that we're on about on there. But again, like I say, it's grubby inside, grubby, but it's not unsavable. But the engine as well.
Oh, sweet.
We've got a proper Puma gear knob as well in stock. So one of the...
That can go on.
Yeah, it will go on.
Yeah,
definitely will go on. So the engine.
No hesitation.
Oh, copyright Christmas songs. God.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So the engine is absolutely sweet. We've got a traction control ABS light on. So what we'll do is we'll plug into that today. I think it's in under there. We'll plug into that and we will see what's wrong with that.
Pulled away a bit. But
Is it?
yeah, that's all right.
But yeah, I mean that engine really is. I think even the Camry's going to struggle to pick up any serious engine noise with that.
You know.
That is a sweet engine. That really is. We've got bonnet catches a bit sticky as well, I noticed. But it's got brand new battery on it as well, which is always handy, saves a little bit of money. But it's so original as well. I know it won't be. But
It looks clean down. I don't think the camera will pick it up, but it does look clean down the block there.
yeah.
As well. Doesn't it?
Hold that and have a chat a minute.
He's done it again. He's wandered off. He does this. Honestly, I don't know how sometimes. Oh, here he comes. It's got a light now.
This is going to be the major flashy light in it, so
Yeah, you're going to want to. He's going to want to, keep it back. We noticed the other day you get disco lights. Has it gone disco light on
probably
me?
will.
There you go.
Probably will. But yeah, he's flashing. Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad at all. Obviously, we'll do an aircon delete on it when it goes in the Fiesta, but keep the bits. But it's our little supposedly donor car, but it's not going to be a donor. What we'll try and do is today, when we've got it up in the air, we'll probably try and get a video of underneath for them and just have a look underneath and see. I don't know what that box is for.
No, I was just looking. I can't work it out.
I don't know whether it's to fill that gap up to stop resonation or what, but
Maybe someone will tell us in the
that
comments.
little box there,
If you know Pumas, let us know.
yeah. But no, so it was worth it. It was worth it. We don't regret it. Do we regret it?
Absolutely not.
No. Putting them lights around there. That's it. We don't regret it. It's another one to the fleet because we haven't got enough. But again, like, how many Pumas do you see on the road? Not quite as rare as our Cougar, but still a rare car. So we'll have a look underneath it later. Probably get it up in the air and maybe swap wheels over, put some 17s on it that we got in stock. But we need to keep the ramps clear today because we're getting them serviced. So can't block up the ramp for too long. But yeah, we like it. And it's going to make our Max Power Fiesta get so much closer. Another massive step forward for it when we can have it up and running. So what we'll do is we'll get it up in the air and we'll try and have a look under it and get a video underneath of it for you. Stay tuned. So let's take a little look under the Puma to see what we've bought. Now, we're changing this shock absorber because we've got a newish one like that in the boot. So we're in the process of changing that, which is why it's a bit wobbly there. Now, what do you reckon, Chris?
Overall, it looks solid. Now, surface, but I'm not too fussed about that. But look at it. It's not, well, how old is this? 23, 24 years old?
23 years old, Chris.
It doesn't look like it underneath, does it?
I mean,
Ford.
let's talk about these seal backings, Chris, look.
Bit of scabbiness, but again, that's solid.
They're the genuine, legit
Yeah,
seal backings. They have not been welded. That's unheard of, 23 years old. I mean, the exhaust, obviously got a little bit of a
Bit horrid.
bit there, but that's replaceable, consumable along here. There's a little bit of
More the underseal coming off, really.
Yeah, that's it. The inner seals. I mean, it's body-wise,
It's really good.
Body wise, it's not bad at all. Look, it's even the seat mountings, the back seat mountings, which are favourite. It's fairly newish fuel filter, so I might have had some service work done on it. But I'm surprised. I am genuinely surprised. To be fair, there's a little bit of scabbiness on the sills, like we know, but there. We've put some different wheels on it already as well. We had them 17 Wolf Race in stock, 7-inch Wolf Race, so we put them on just because. That's what we do, isn't it, Chris?
Absolutely.
Engine is a little bit damp. She's a little bit moist. But all of that could just be coming down from cam cover gasket, couldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. That's the thing. It could have been seeping for 6-7 years.
Yeah.
And it looks a lot worse than it actually is.
Yeah, give it a good clean down.
Clean off, change the gasket.
That's it. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Aircon pump's been leaking. That's greener than the Hulk in the mornings. But yeah, CV Gators brakes aren't too bad considering it's been stood up.
And by the coast as well. That's
yes,
the thing.
from the lovely Frinton. I mean, yeah, it's not bad at all. It really isn't. You know, heat shields are all still. Even the heat shields haven't corroded away, Chris.
I know, that's quite rare for any car.
It is. It is. Like you say, it's a bit of scabbiness. We'll maybe clean it up, put some protection on it, because I think we definitely will be keeping this car. Definitely will be keeping this car. Obviously, it depends on what we do with it. Depends. There's a few trains of thought now at the moment. We took the carpet arch liners out because they're carpet and they hold the moisture in. So Ford, what were you thinking? Which is probably responsible for that arch rusting like that. But if we do what we are thinking, those rusty arches won't matter. They won't matter. We've dropped the spare wheel down, the carrier's there. Just to get to access and have a look under here, but it's not actually that bad at all. So yeah, that's our little Puma.
Drums.
Oh, drums. Yeah, it's got drum brakes on it. Quite easily convert them, really. So we might do that. Also, when we're doing the conversion, we might put some of the wheel spacers or hub spacers in there, which the Ford Racing Pumas had. They actually moved the hub out, so there's no extra strain on the wheel bearings for doing that. And it puts your wheels further out in the arch. Not that these ones need doing it, but they will do if we do one of our plans with it. So yes, but that's our little Puma, our not bad little Puma. So what do you think? Let us know what you think of it in the comments. Let us know what you think we should do with it. But we're going to be keeping it. We're not going to scrap it after we've took the engine out, if we take the engine out now. But anyway, yes, let us know. Let us know. So it is.
It's goodbye from me.
And I'm on the camera for once.
Yay!
So it's goodbye from me as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure you stay tuned next week for another video.